Hey guys, it's Jay here, and I know I'm doing a different type of video. I usually stream, but due to the fact that the lights in my room are not working still, I thought I'd review a few older games. So, I'm gonna do Season 1, Episode 1 of The Walking Dead, and is it still worth playing? I'm probably gonna break these into episodes to prevent the video from being forever long, unless you guys want it to be that long. So, let's get started. So, Episode 1, you're playing as a character named Lee, and you are on your way to jail, I believe. You're in the back of a police car. You were found guilty of something. I'm not going to spoil it in case you haven't played it, but you are on your way to jail. And you're talking to a police officer, and you realize the roads are essentially just dead. There's nothing on the roads, but you don't really pick up on that. That's something I noticed when I was going back looking at my thing. You don't really see too many cars. Yeah, I think you see like one or two, but not too many. And you're talking to a police officer, you know, he's trying to explain to you what's going on, and you end up hitting a zombie, which knocks you off road. The car flips over, cop's dead, you're still in the back of the car. And so you gotta find your way out, and you end up getting out. The next thing you know, the police officer is a walker now. You end up having to fight a struggle with him and kill him, and then you see a girl in the far distance. I will introduce you to the girl when we get to that time. So, you go ahead, your leg is hurt from the incident, and you're trying to find something to work with. You go into the house that you find where the girl was at. You realize there's a tree house, and that's where the girl's name's Clementine is in. You'll get to know Clementine really well later into the series. So, you end up looking through the voice messages. You realize that her parents are on vacation, and you learn that it's not sounding too good from what it sounded on the voice message. Leaving voice message for Clementine and I believe the babysitter. The babysitters didn't make it. You end up killing her as a walker. And you're inside of a house. Well, you're inside Clementine's house, and you're trying to find some stuff to work with. Trying to find food, something for your leg, I believe. You can't really find anything. You go outside and you run into Sean, and I forgot the other dude's name. I'll probably put it on screen if I can find it. And they have a car stuck in the way. They start asking you questions. Now, for y'all that are unfamiliar with TellTale games, these are decision-based games. So whatever you said usually comes into play later in the game. So you run into Sean and his friend or brother. I'll figure that out later. And they were on their way to a farm. Now, they ask you, like, how do you know this little girl? Because clearly, he is not exactly, it looks like Clementine's father. They ask questions. I personally say I'm their neighbor. That's just up to you, whatever you guys decide to do. And you try to help move the car that's in the way. Walkers come. You get everybody makes it out alive for that time. Then you go into the farm. You meet Sean's father, whose name is Herschel. He's aware of what's going on. Like, he's just like, something's not right with Lee. So he asks you questions while he's fixing up your leg. And this is where you meet Kenny, Duck, and Kenny's wife. And you end up sleeping in the barn. Little jokes are made in there too. And then you run into Herschel into the barn. He realized that I was lying. He picked up on it. I tried to still BS my way through it. It didn't go as planned. He still knew what was going on. So, as you're going ahead later in the game, prior to that, you actually talk to you can talk to whoever. You talk to Kenny and Clementine and Kenny's wife. And everything's fine. And then you hear Sean scream. Sean screams. You realize they're all walkers. Duck accidentally runs over Sean with the, I believe it was a tractor. I could be wrong if it was a tractor or not, but I'm certain it was. And then zombies start to come in. You know the noises. And this is where your hardest decision comes in. You either have to choose between Sean or Duck. Now, I'm not sure how much of a drastic change. I only went through this game once. This is my first time ever playing it. So I don't know how much of a difference some of this makes. I don't know if you choose to save Sean, does Duck actually die? I doubt it based off how the game was going. But I chose to save Duck. He's a kid. Yes, he made a dumbass decision. But I choose him. I try to save Sean. Sean ends up dead. Herschel is clearly upset. He just tells us to leave. And then that's when you hit the road. You hit the road. You go ahead and you run into more walkers. You thought you saw a human fixing something or grabbing something. Kenny screams out his name. Realize it's not, and then you, Clementine, Doc, and Kenny's wife is stuck out in the open, bunch of zombies, and then Carly comes. Carly, her name is Carly. She starts shooting zombies. I guess they were holding a store. You will find out the owner of the stores fairly quickly. You go inside. They think Duck was bit because a zombie fell on him. He was not bit. So Larry, who is Lily's dad, just starts wilding out. He's talking about he was bit. He wants to throw them out. He feels like they have to handle it now, even though he wasn't bit. Jumping to conclusions. You end up choosing if you want to settle down Kenny, tell Kenny to hit Larry. You hit Larry. Kenny gets knocked out by Larry. Then Larry, I believe, is suffering some type of problem with his heart. Something goes on with his heart. He needs medicine. So that's when you start to look around, seeing if you can get to the back room. You try to get to the back room. You realize the owner of the store is actually Lee's family. His mother, his father, and his brother. They go ahead, figure out that the kid outside, which is Lee's brother, has the keys probably. He gets the keys, but then you have the choice of killing him or walking away. I chose to kill him. I was going around with this code saying I didn't want anybody to turn. And if they did turn, I'll kill them. Or if they were going to turn, I'll kill them. Sorry, guys. I believe I missed a part. There's a part where Glenn goes, checks out a motel, and you give him a walkie-talkie, I believe. And then you learn that he is actually stuck. He met a girl there who ran inside and there's walkers. So you and Carly go ahead and see if everything's alright. You go ahead and check up on Glenn. You find out there's walkers blocking the door. The girl does not want to come out. The girl actually is bitten. That's why she didn't want to come out. You guys have a little scuffle. She fights for the gun and she kills herself. So more walkers come. You end up getting away. You end up back at the store. And after that, you do get Larry's medicine. But then an alarm goes off, which obviously attract the walkers. Walkers come. And then you're in a really bad spot. Walkers come. Everybody's attacked, and then you come up with another decision you have to make. So Doug is grabbed by the window. Doug is the one that was holding the door for you, so I don't think I introduced Doug. He was at the door, basically he was watching it. And then Doug is caught the window. Carly is being caught. Now, I was going around on stream saying if you can't shoot, you're basically, I'm not saving you. I let Doug, I don't know if Doug can shoot, but I let Doug die, save Carly. Some people in my stream were not happy with that, but I saved Carly. And then everything kind of went bad. You go ahead, you start heading towards the door. And Larry actually knocks you out. They didn't really knock you out, but he hits you to kind of, you're laying on the floor. And Kenny comes back and saves you. You don't like Larry, to be honest. To anybody that hasn't played this, you never really get to like him. I thought he was racist, to be honest. I'm going to be completely 100% honest. But you go ahead, you get saved, everybody leaves, and then you go to the motel where you were at earlier. You start to secure it, everything's alright, but you can tell that not everything's perfect. And then Glenn ends up wanting to go leave to go find his friends. So that's basically episode 1. I'm going to go ahead and maybe do these by episodes and then give you on the final episode my thoughts to see if it's worth playing this. So if you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe, of course. Thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.